Hi guys. I feel really weird giving this a go, but I'm currently sat in the car park waiting for Lloyd to come in from the shop. We are off to Westest VW Festival. Yay. So I'm currently sitting making pickles. I just wanted to say hi really, and I've been wanting to do this for a little while, so I thought now would be a good time to do a first little vlog. Apologies, I have no idea what the sound quality is going to be like. I've never recorded on my mobile, and certainly not randomly sat in the van. So I'm going to introduce myself, I guess. I'm Gemma. If you crochet and cross stitch, you may already recognize me. I did do a cross stitch channel a couple of years ago, but I now crochet. So I've got a company called Cottonwood Crafts. I do mostly markets, handmade, plushies, things like that, amigirumi, and yeah, I've been crocheting since February of last year, about January probably. I took a class with my husband Lloyd, here in South Wales, in Cardiff. Shout out LarkDesign. And I haven't stopped crocheting since. So probably about November time, I set up all of the business bits, social medias and stuff for running Cottonwood. But then was a complete nut of chicken. So I didn't actually start trading until February this year. I feel like I did a Valentine's Day market, so sometime around then. Yeah. So this is going to be my biggest market. It's a Friday, Saturday. So it's a 2-day trading festival, but we're heading up today, which is Thursday. And we're allowed to get all set up because trader camping, and then we're gonna trade on the Friday and the Saturday, and then we get to stay overnight and can go home on the Sunday. So I'm doing it with Urban Markets. That's like the smaller company within the festival. So about 10 of us going. I'm super excited. I guess I should say I'm kind of a I'd say introvert, but it's more just yes, I'm kind of obsessed with some things. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another time, I guess. Hey, hi, how are you? But yeah, I'm really sorry. I know I keep looking around as well. It's just I feel really weird doing this. I do have the tiny baby Jack Russell in the back. Puff puff. Oh, he's a good girl. That is Buffy. She's my 11-year-old Jack Russell. Yeah, so in case that didn't give it away, pretty much nerds, me, my husband, my dog's named Buffy, little tiny vampire slaying dog. Yeah, so I'm excited for you to come on the journey with me, and I will speak to you soon. Hiya. So I just wanted to update on the Westest VW Festival. So I admit I completely and utterly chickened out of any active vlogging while we were at the market. I thought about it a couple of times, but I'm quite new to the group of sellers that I'm with, and I felt way too awkward to talk to myself in front of them, basically. So yeah, so I'm doing this update. It's Thursday, so it's almost a week later. Oh my god, I was exhausted. So we went up on the Thursday night. we could set up our display items, so you know, tablecloth, build my shelves, things like that. And then we put the plushies out the next morning. We got to trade all day Friday, from about 9 a.m. And basically we just shut down when we shut down, which was, I think it ended up about 7 or 8. When the market guys who went with us needed to have dinner and sleep, and you know, needed to get done for the night, because they were putting all the fronts on our gazebos. Yeah, it was quiet, but we were warned, or I mean, me and my husband, because we've got a VW ourselves, we've got a T4. We have been to festivals before ourselves as customers, or you know, and the Friday is always the day that's quieter. You know, people can't get the day off work. And so if you're day visitors, you're going to visit on the Saturday. So I did sell a couple of items. But yeah, it was really quiet on the Friday. But the bands were great. They were quite like pirate folky with some country, and that's my kind of, you know, we are my husband calls us closet goths. So we do like metal and things like that, and I'm pop punk kind of areas, but I love country music, and I do love a good sea shanty, so it was really good. And then on the and obviously, like with the other traders, because it was a camping weekend, we somebody had a fire pit, so and there's little kids with a couple of the traders, and they made toasted marshmallows, which was, you know, cute. I'm not a kid person, I'm Garney. But yeah, it was really nice. So we spent the night with the traders, like, and yeah, sleeping in a tiny van with the two of us is hard work, and so that's why we were tired. We weren't trading until 10 on the Saturday, so that was a bit nicer. We had a bit of a lie-in, and obviously with the table and the decoration and the shelves and everything already up, it was pretty good to just, you know, get the plushies out and on the stands. So Saturday was busier. The weather wasn't with us either day, so both days started off pretty wet, really cold, but did brighten up about 4 o'clock in the afternoon both days, but it was a bit, you know, a bit late then. But yeah, I did okay. I didn't do amazingly, but I made my money back, and which means it was a free weekend for us in the van. So that was nice. We made some friends, you know. We didn't spend the Saturday night there, so obviously after spending the after spending the Thursday and the Friday night, I was so tired. We were just ready, and it took us 4 hours to pack the van. So in our defense, we were out to practice. So we this is our first weekend away of this season. So we haven't been out since about last November, probably. My husband's very anti go camp in the cold. So yeah, it was our first one. So as well as being slightly out of practice for packing the van and our stuff, we'd had to pack obviously all my trading stuff, my tables and my trolleys and the plushies. It was an experience. So yeah, it took us like 4 hours to pack up. Although if you ask my husband, he will say that it's possibly because one out of two of us had a pint or two, so weren't exactly packing efficiently. But that's a really good story too, though. So I have Loaf Cat. So, sorry, this is going to be a little all over the place. I've got some video of my point of view from the stall, so looking out at everything, and a couple of photos, so you will see the stall. Like I said, I just couldn't physically vlog, I'm sorry. So yeah, so one of the other traders, not with my section, but in the whole festival, was Gower Dough and Co. So a pizza company from the area, and she'd come up and she'd like the loaf cats. So I know everyone makes loaf cats, but I've only got a couple just because I made them because everyone makes them, and people do like them, but she wanted one that looked like a cat. So I was like, I can have a go. So I usually just make quite solid colours, or I do the face a colour and then the body separate. But nothing complicated. So she's like, oh, I've got a black and white cat. So I thought, oh, okay, I will have a go for you. I did take quite a bit of yarn, but it was going to be a little smaller than the usual loaf cat size, because it was just a slightly smaller chenille yarn. She was like, yeah, that's no problem. So she took my Instagram and was supposed to send me photos of this cat. But I knew she'd got busy because my husband had gone to buy food, and he was like, oh, it's absolute chaos in that section. But her cat was on her Instagram, so I made this cat anyway. So as we were sat there trading and everything, I'm working on this cat, and I finish it just before we're starting to pack up the van to go home. So we take it down to her anyway. She absolutely loved it, which was really nice. If you crochet yourself, or any kind of craft that you give to someone, and they like it, and you can tell it's genuine, you know what the feeling's like. So I was quite pleased. And she said it looked like a cat and everything. But I didn't want to take payment because it was the first time I'd done it, and there's colour changes, and I just wasn't very confident. So I was like, no, look, I wanted to have a go. It's smaller than I would have been if I had time, and I'm picky, so I was like, oh, the tail's a bit crooked, and it would have been better if but she loved it, so she was like, how about, because they also had the bar next door, so she was like, how about a pint? So I was like, I will go for a pint. So we've got a festival cap, and I had a pint out of it, and I'd already had one pint, so and I don't drink usually throughout the year, so it was quite a cheerful pack up for me. I doubt my husband would say the same. Yeah, so all in all, it was a really, really enjoyable weekend, even if we didn't do amazingly. But I'd only found out about having a festival spot about maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month ago. And obviously, preferably for that kind of festival, I would have wanted more themed things around the VWs, vans in general, cars, that kind of thing. So I did do some keyrings and some bunting. But I am a slow crocheter. I have got a regular job as well, so I'm crocheting in between that as well. So I didn't have as much as I wanted, but it does mean I've got a spot next year, and so I'll have more time now to do more themed things and more geared towards the actual festival. But yeah, for enjoyment, it was great. The only problem, so downsides I will, go into, but was the weather. We live in Wales. We were lucky it wasn't worse. Yeah, it was okay. We were cold, but me and my husband bought heated seats. So we've got again, we camp anyway, so it's not like they're not going to be used. But we needed new chairs because we just bought the tenner pop-up ones. So we went and bought nice ones. And you plug a battery pack into the side, and the seat bit heats up. Oh my god, it was a lifesaver. It made me feel so much better. And I've got hoodies and things, so I was okay. But it was supposed to be a Hawaiian theme, so we did have leis on, and I had taken a Hawaiian shirt and I was wearing a very flowery dress, and it's, you know, drizzling with rain, but we were all, but because it was in just like a field, there was nothing in this field. They'd brought in some porta potties and you know, all the food on the vans and stuff. That was all that was there, and to get out to go to a shop was crazy. So because it was a field, you know, nature and everything, there were money spiders everywhere, and I mean everywhere. When the sun shone on like our stalls, all you could see was little webbies. And I have sorry, I'm itching now. I've got a mild spider phobia, so I was clinging on to being calm, but because they were so tiny, I was fine. It was like, you know, size of ants. It was okay. But yeah, that was like, on both days, they were just everywhere. It was like, you could see my people's hair sometimes, and that was not good. And obviously I had to check everything when I go back then as well. But yeah, I would definitely do it again. Like I said, I've got some photos of the setup or some videos of the setup. Yeah, I'm just grabbing my notebook a second. To see what did go. Yeah, so the first day, I did sell a keychain, and one of the Loaf Cats, and axolotls. And then I watch a lot of YouTube crochet. So the Celestial Homebody did a pickle jar. So she got her husband to eat cheese balls for like 6 months or something. It was funny. And I love the jar idea. And I make fidget pickles. So they've got little beads that you can like twirl. And so my husband, we went to Costco. We got, ours was pretzels. And he made me my logo, but replaced my yarn ball with a pickle. So William, my little mouse mascot, is riding the pickle. I'll see if I can find a picture. And I saw this big jar, and the pickles went great. So I saw a load of the pickles. Another one of my Loaf Cats the next day. I do a little basket of, I call them pocket pals. So again, if I can find a picture, or they are in the video. And I sold a few of those. They are from, I want to say it's Loops and Knots. She's got like a load of minis. So it's like a tiny turtle and a little fish, and a sea slug, and all like cute little things. And I mean, they're great for kids. So a few of those went. But that was about it. But like I said, I did get the custom for the cat, but I didn't charge. Although it's like £5.50 for a pint, so you know. And I also got an order from one of the other traders that I'm going to see this week for a mushroom keyring. She was obsessed with mushrooms, so I need to get on that. But I got slightly distracted, so I'm currently working on an anchor, the Octopus. It's not showing the colour very well there. The blue's not quite so blue, it's a greenier colour. So I'm not working on anything I should be working on, because this is for me. But I'm giving that a go at the moment, and then I need to get on with my mushroom order. I've also got an order for a dinosaur that I have started. I've got the head and the body made. I just need to do the spikes, stuff him, and sew his head together. How many whips is too many whips? I'm terrible. I'm not a completist, you know, you've got to like start and finish. I'm a start, complete at some points, you know, back and forth. Yeah, okay, so that's everything for the festival. I've got my weekly market tomorrow. That's just a local one, back where I'm from. I do have an extra market this month, and I've got a bonus one next month as well. I will try and get more comfortable at more clips during the actual markets and stuff, hopefully. Yeah, so thank you for coming along with me, and really hope to see you soon. Bye.